I like damage.
Yes, everyone likes damage.
Numbers big good. Okay, right.
Yes,
And then the
like
old weapon, I can
inflation.
just click the trash can, right?
Yep.
Be like, be gone.
Yep. Inflation
And
numbers very
then
high. Inflation very
yes.
good.
Oh, don't Google certain flavors of inflation. You will find things you wish you wouldn't.
Oh dear God, no. Why am I echoing?
Oh, that's probably me.
Oh, thank you, sir. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
So far, so good. We were just talking about inflation, and I was about to bring up the milking.
Were you now?
Yeah, it's just happened naturally in the conversation.
Of course it did. I either have really good or really bad timing.
Yep.
Milking is a natural process.
Really? What are we milking?
Ah, that's
Bugs.
what last episode was about.
Right. Free level 8 item. Would that just be the rune I just slapped onto my weapon, or
It
would
could
that
be.
something else? Yes,
It's
then
up to you.
Let's make that so I don't have to look for it. Wonderful.
Yep.
Problem solved. Great, now I can whack things even harder. And they will take a lot of persistent damage. Oh no. Well.
So how's the new headset working out? Did you manage to get it under control?
Yes and no. I'm more used to it now, and I don't have those weird audio glitches that I used to have with my old one, where it would just be like static randomly for no reason. However, it takes a little bit more effort to mute and unmute myself, because instead of like a switch somewhere, it's like a button underneath the left side of it.
How come you don't
Really
hotkey it?
I haven't figured out how.
You go into Discord settings, the little cogwheel, and you can go under hotkeys.
How did I never know about that?
Most people don't, unfortunately. They also don't know how to set up the threshold. See, I'm still echoing through you a couple times. Do you know how to set up the threshold for noise suppression?
I don't.
I will teach you how to do it now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so under that cogwheel, go down to App Settings, Voice and Video. You'll see your input device, your output device, the mic test, which is very useful. Input mode, I assume you have voice activity on. Now you're going to see automatically determine input sensitivity. Turn that off, and then you're going to see this little decibel bar system. You can see when your voice is talking, how far up it gets, and when my voice is talking and then echoes through your thing, you'll see when my voice is talking. You set that bar from the left to the right, depending on the threshold. That way you'll be able to talk freely without hearing me through your speakers. And then when you're done, you can test it under Let's Check.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you about that time that man bought a $300 microphone and was using Realtek audio on his laptop the entire time?
Oh my God, that's painful to even hear about.
That was a fun session to help someone with their hardware. Yeah, you're echoing with me pretty bad. You need to set that threshold, sir.
I think that did it.
Okay, let me try testing. Nope.
I guess I got to turn it down further. How's that?
All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Nope, can still hear myself through you.
Yeah, and I still see. Wow. Huh.
Are you sure you don't have me on your speakers rather than your headset?
I might. Hold on.
That's a very bad thing to have when you own a headset.
Okay. Let me try something.
Yep. We've got time.
Okay, how about now?
All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't hear myself through you anymore. You're perfect.
So it's like I threw my computer out the window and we're good.
Yes.
It's like, no. To shreds, you say.
Yes. Oh, no, I heard myself faintly, but it's better than it was.
All right, that's better.
Hooray.
Woo.
Woo!
I have become audio lord.
That's a
Destroyer
very
of
scary
sounds.
thing to be. Audio is black magic. Where did you acquire talents like these?
D&D.
Hmm.
Well, you see, I had to do production for a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And you know how reputable YouTube is, what with all those people exposing themselves on live stream. Just like Twitch. Oh my god, Twitch, I have to show you. I have to show you the cursed image. It continues. It continued from last time.
The titties?
The titties continued from last time, and I don't care if I get IP banned again. I hate titties.
You can't say that, Bramble.
I
They're
know.
gonna get you.
Illegal.
Now I am curious. What's the lore? I just
The-
saw the server name. I was like,
The
huh?
booba police are on their way.
Yeah, so
Oh.
she takes hand paint and just puts it over her nipples, and she basically does things on camera. This time it was just like, just oiled up, shower and jumping. Is this allowed on Twitch?
Evidently.
Oh god.
Also, I'm not sure what it is with this person's face, but this looks like it's like an AI generated stream.
Oh my god.
Oh God. Every day we drift further from the light.
Like, look at this face. Isn't this peak Uncanny Valley?
You have to understand, she was jumping at the same time that the picture was being taken by the still image, so.
I mean,
It's-
fair, but still.
It's like if Wish.com was a person.
Oh, no.
Yes. Fucking mid-journey interpretation of a human-looking ass.
Now in her head, the headcanon is her name is Miss Midjourney.
Miss Mid-Journey.
It's like clip art.
Oh my god. That's a big insult coming from you, sir, after all those Tinder profiles. All of them were worse.
Whoa. Yeah, that was
AI-generated Tinder profiles? What?
You will be asked to leave the room unless you obey all commands.
Ooh. Wait, I didn't sign up for a BDSM party.
It wasn't.
Or did you?
Oh no.
Signed up for you.
No, thanks. I hope it's the alternative interpretation of BDSM.
What's that?
Oh, wait. I'll just drop it. Where would I place this? Silly memery.
In Pathfinder memes, there is a channel. If you go to the top where it says threads.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. It just auto-hit it in there. Right. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget that this desktop Discord tends to hide channels, or threads rather, after a bit.
Ah, yes, Dargan.
Dargan.
All the witches
Clearly
have the
that's what
same damn
BDSM
hat.
stands for. It comes free with being a witch. Oh, also in the 6 weeks I've been gone, I'm sure I had the time to have a rest, right?
Yeah.
Yoink. Wait, why am I only at 111 out of 112? Guess I stubbed my toe when I got up.
No, you can press the rest button again. You've had so many rests.
112 now, woo! Except
Yeah.
I'd like permission to update actor some string of characters, what? Okay. I also noticed you can't pop out windows anymore. Or did they move that elsewhere?
You can pop out windows. I still have the thing enabled. Let's see. Let me try it.
I don't have the button for it. At least not where it used to be.
Let me try manage modules. Let me go to pop out. Ah, I didn't have it enabled. Thank you.
Aha!
There
Probably
we
the only
go.
person here that uses it anyhow, but...
I have 4 monitors.
Oh no,
I use it too.
4 monitors, Jesus.
Yeah, I only have 2.
How do you
have
do
one
efficient
ultra
gaming?
wide.
don't.
Yeah,
I only use two.
Usually when I'm gaming, I'm only focused on the one.
Wait.
Ah, I see.
Heresy.
I only have 2 as well.
Require 15 external programs to play.
That's 2 more than the Koreans we saw in that video.
Which?
It was a leak video.
Oh, figures. I mean, that's just typical Path of Exile then, I guess. What's this whole shebang?
I'm gonna give Tony another 6 minutes if he wants to respond, or at least tell us that he's alive. Because I know he's sick.
Ooh.
I see him on. But there are 3 people here, and I agreed to run when 3 people are here. Especially now that it's Q4 and things are going to get much more sparse. Everyone's
Hey,
good.
For me, it doesn't matter. My workload's always the same.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be super busy, and people are going to take vacations they can't get during the holidays. Oh, this week, starting Thursday through Sunday, I will have off. So if you guys need anything, please let me know. This week was really, really bad for sessions. I had to cancel everything on Saturday because the signups just went up too late. I'm hoping to avoid that next week. Yeah, that's okay, Tony. Alright, so Tony's not going to make it, so why don't we start a recap of what happened last time?
We killed some people.
Killing people is not what Magaambyans do. You help those people.
I helped them along. I sent them on ahead. Just a little bit earlier. Or on time, depending on who you ask. And if you're a holy man, we just set up their appointment with their god. That's it. But yeah, they were some people that wanted something with Heros, but you know, Grung's not that smart, so his brain was like, I'll follow.
Certainly he thought something when he saw the T-Rex.
Oh, he thought that he wanted to fight it, and he did. Sadly, it was more content just to keep stabbing him than fight him, really, but it didn't really hurt too bad, and now it's gone, and Grung's alive, still.
Yes, stronger than ever. I'm sure that's the last undead you will ever see in the campaign.
Yes, because they shall be they're pre-dead.
Yes. So, Heros, anything to say about all the events that happened yesterday?
Well, between being branded as a traitor or quote unquote unknown reason, learning that Mother Dearest is spying on people and poisoning people. Harold isn't sure what to think, honestly, but he knows something has to be done for his own safety, if nothing else. But that's going to have to wait because we're on our way somewhere else entirely.
It won't be able to wait indefinitely. McGee, it's teaching time.
Help.
No, no help.
Uh, I or my dog ate the papers I prepared for this class.
That's okay. All the classes are auditory anyway.
Oh no.
Here we have a mobile stage, so there it
What
is.
I saw a fucking like pocket tent.
It's just like all the students are very eager, especially after yesterday with all the very strange events that were going on and whatnot. They need a little distraction.
Oh, great.
Get Samshu over there. Yeah. Naxolo sits in front.
Oh no,
So
I'm getting flashbacks to middle school again.
So why don't you start us off with first, what is your class about?
My class is about espionage and how to be so generic looking no one will think anything of you until it's too late.
Ah. Assassin.
Yes, even though I'm not one, but well,
Does it involve cardboard boxes and piles of hay?
they are certainly valid options to use, but why rely on tools when you can just naturally be so unthreatening? You can just walk pretty much anywhere. Because everyone's like, well, he's not gonna do anything, right? He's just this normal old person doing person things, right?
This very aggravated woman in front looks at you, but she wants to say something, but can't. She can't seem to find the words. It's going like, I want to be angry with him, but I find him threatening in no possible way. I don't understand this.
Ah, you see, you've fallen victim to the classic foils of someone being too generic
No,
and unthreatening.
I am stronger than this. You have no power over me, Niji says as she stands up. I demand that you fight me immediately.
But why would you fight someone like me? I couldn't hurt you. I couldn't hurt a fly if I tried to.
She's not sure how to process that.
Grong knows that's a lie, but wants to see where this goes.
I mean, I haven't hurt any flies in this campaign yet, right?
I mean, it's true. He beat the speed of giant snake's ass, though. I didn't even know I had one.
I mean, that's a different type of snake.
How
And
many
sometimes they call
crocodiles
them
now?
nagas. I was just involved in one. Not sure if we had more since. It's
There
all
were
been a blur.
Involved in one.
Yeah.
True.
Yes. One did eat somebody.
It suffered. They keep trying this with Grong, and he'll just keep coming back out.
It's like that piece of pizza from like 3 days ago. You can keep trying to eat it, but it'll just come right back out. But we're getting sidetracked with class. But yes, as you can see with me demonstrating on this here person that is trying to be angry at me, it is a very powerful thing to just look very unthreatening.
She looks quite discontent as she begins to look you up and down again. It's just like, I cannot gauge his abilities. I cannot determine his strengths and weaknesses. What is this magic that you've used?
Well, why don't you try using Detect Magic on me if you're able to? I'm sure you will find absolutely nothing.
Yeah, she looks at you and says like, I sense standard, striking, and potency runes. And she reads aura on some things. It's just like, yes, I see nothing out of the ordinary here.
Ah, you see. You've gained some intel, but hey, maybe I'm just carrying these in my pocket. Who knows?
This is the first time I've ever seen you, too. I didn't even know you were a teacher.
As you keep proving my point,
She
it
just...
is quite powerful. You tend to just blend on in. People just ignore you because, well, what's he gonna do? Stab me? Says the person that got stabbed.
Well, you could see some of the students are talking amongst themselves, looking at you and whatnot. And Nuiji just goes to the back of the room and goes like, I swear I've never seen this man before. He just appeared out of nowhere. Is this truly his power?
Mayhaps. I would be foolish to disclose my secrets like that. But perhaps it is. Maybe that is why I'm telling you all about it.
Ignacy will just harumph in his seat and go like, whatever, he's not even trying. This is worse than Haros's class.
I mean, hey, I didn't get to prepare. I have to wing this. Help.
Wow, that's
World Star.
that's rude. I don't care how accurate it is.
At this point, Marima's gonna come forward and ask a question. Yes. I would like to know, in the process of being non-threatening, how is it you are able to overcome the barriers between communicating? I've seen you many of times in the background, even if others have not noticed you. I've also seen you seem to get through locked doors and other places as well with ease.
Very observant. You've already noticed more than most, as you noted. As for how I managed to seemingly phase through doors, well, could very well be that they're just open sometimes. And
Doors open and close. I don't know.
sometimes they do.
I know all about the states of open and close, Marima says. Could the doors have been clopen?
Clopen, yes.
Quantum
in
doors.
In another world they call it superposition. A state which is neither one nor the other.
Yes, the Demon King has granted me this power as well. I understand.
Yes.
Mickey's like, that's nice. Moving on.
Yes. Let's just ignore all it.
Ankaru is going to try to say something, but she has too many blisters on her tongue.
Can Grung see if there's any other insects on other people? Like, he's not going to walk up, but he just wants to see if he spots it.
Oh, yeah. You're close to Tiswani right now and her two twins. They don't have any insects on them. You're going to begin, like scanning the students to make sure there's no mechanical bugs.
Like an ape picking the bugs off people.
Yeah. Marima does not have any bugs. Cheshire, you're not too sure of because he also has fur like Harros. Same with Inkcharut.
I'd talk to her and say, "Hey, Inkcharut, have you noticed any mechanical bugs around?
Although
Like metal bugs? What?
I don't know what you mean. As she says with the tongue hanging out the side of her mouth blistered.
I can't hear you.
She cries.
Oh no. We need a healer over.
Did you eat something you shouldn't have?
I couldn't guess it like a comical.
Oh. See, I didn't think. I should have known you were serious about the licking. Huh.
No, it's food.
That's fair.
I'll just give her a hug.
Aww. No bugs in your stealth hug. No bugs on her.
Good.
However, she is wearing a lot of weird bracelets that she wasn't wearing before, made of bones.
Does Grung recognize said bones?
Yes, they're from the playtest. She might be one of the new 2 broken classes.
Oh, a fighter?
No,
Wizard.
that's the original broken class. Here, let me get the playtest out for you. Here we go. She might be an exemplar.
Mm.
Yeah. These ones are very odd. She'll basically put an ancestor inside of an item and gain their power. So let's say she has a warlord and she puts it into the bracelet. They could be brave, cunning, mournful, radiant,
Depressed.
Yep. That's what mournful is. Depressed. And she can add spirit striking onto regular striking and get even more weapon die.
Spirit Hunter.
No, it's not going to be Camilla. Please do not turn Inkcharut into Camilla. I don't even think you have a student that is even anywhere near Camilla.
No.
Yeah, not even Elizabeth would be considered Camilla. God.
Spirit Hunter.
No. You should have killed her when you had the chance. You caught her in the act.
I had
That was-
plans.
That was Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous, by the way. Most people will recognize the character. All right, McGee, what else you got? Or will that be all for today's lesson?
That will be all.
Okay,
For
okay.
now.
They applaud for you and everything, and
Class
Oniji,
dismissed.
they applaud for you and whatnot, and Oniji is just like in the background going like, no, I swear I've never seen this man before. He is new. I swear he is new.
Be careful with what you swear.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do today? As you travel along, are you going to make impressions with some students? Are you going to discuss events that have already happened?
I mean, everyone's been. How is like the general like feel of everyone on the trip? I mean, it's been like first like couple of days where it's has the initial luster of the summer vacation in the woods worn off.
Spring break, and yes, especially after the necromancer attack. Most of them are now concerned for their lives, and Noxolo especially has begun to show changes in her clothing as well as her demeanor as she becomes more alert than usual. Not her usual unjoyful self that will just break out into dancing, but is actually trying to be more observant and aware of what's happening. Ignacy as well.
And I'll kind of like give like a little pep talk and let them know like we're halfway to our destination, and that we talked about this and we weren't glorifying the trip, but that this is a good experience to see what life is outside of the school, where it's not in such a controlled environment. But I'm not gonna say, oh, everything will be okay. I'm just basically letting them know that this is real. And no other school would ever have you do this, so it's because of the strength of thousands.
Truth says.
He said the line.
So at this point, some of the students are nodding along and whatnot, but Ignacy is just going like they don't understand. They're going to nod their heads, but none of them understand. They don't have the same experience you do.
And that's why they're here with us.
Neither did I when I first started. Acting like you have to be born for this. But wares aren't born, they're made. Same with these students growing into adults. You could be an adult but still a child.
You can. He nods. He says, like, you definitely can. It takes a lot of sacrifice to get that far. Are you certain these students are willing to pay that price?
The fact that they're here, and at least with the school, and I think almost all of them are at least aware of the dangers now and still move forward.
Ah, yes. And then he'll turn to Harros and say, speaking about the dangers, something you said the other day still doesn't add up.
Really? What was that?
You
don't
said they
remember.
were.
I've slept
You
since
said that they threatened you specifically, and then you said that they also threatened the students. Why did they threaten you specifically?
Oh, I'm not sure why that doesn't add up. I'm a student, or I was a student, sort of. Why does that matter?
It matters because you're putting us all in danger. I want to know what you're hiding. I want to know why you have that map in your stash.
Okay, I just got confused for a second. I was like, wait, what map?
Don't play dumb with me. I've been through your stuff.
So, hmm. Let's ignore for a second that you want answers for something that you probably weren't supposed to see anyway.
So you are hiding it.
I'm hiding a lot of things. You're gonna have to be more specific, and most of it is for other people's safety, not necessarily my own.
So there is danger involved. I knew it.
Life is dangerous. Again, you're going to have to be more specific.
I wish I could. I want to know what the map is and what you're doing with it.
Well, we'll get into that later. But as far as between, there are some. I may have done things that certain people might not like. Made certain decisions for myself that at the time didn't affect other people. But circumstances have changed in the last 2 months. That's not something I have any control over.
Well, now that you're a lore speaker, you need to have control over it. Hi, Mage Obama.
I intend to take control of it.
High Mage Obama told us specifically that we represent the school. What if you do something like that again, and the Magaambya is placed to blame? You can't just make decisions for yourself this time, Harros. You have to think of everyone involved, including the students, the other lore speakers, the school.
Don't you think I figured that out by now?
I would hope you had. And then this happened. I know for a fact your mother took papers from Agonsti's manor that was flooded when we freed you. What were on those papers? Does it have anything to do with the map?
Hell if I know. I was sure she took something. That's kind of what she does.
It had to do with the magical powder that was bogus that Magaambya had purchased. What do you know about it?
Why does this feel like an interrogation?
It is an interrogation.
Did the music just get louder? No.
I'm literally confronting you with evidence.
What is there to know about it?
I want to know.
It's not near. No, go ahead.
No, you got it.
I know it's not as as effective as advertised.
Your names were on the papers, Harros. They
My
directly...
name?
Your name directly linked with the fence from the Aspis Consortium. Your mother
Again.
has those papers now.
Again, there were some things that I did a while ago that I may not necessarily. You know what? No, I'm not going to apologize for decisions that I made in different circumstances months ago.
We're in the finding out part of these decisions, Harros.
And I am in a completely different position than I was
Yes,
when
which
I
means
made
you...
those decisions. Look, I get it. Now I have to fix all of that. I get that. What do you want from me?
I want an explanation. I want to know why. I want to know why it was important to do those things without consulting other people. I'd like to know exactly why you decided to upset one of the richest, most powerful consortiums in the world that's somehow linked to your mother. I want to know why Victoria doesn't know anything about it. I want to know why Grung, who has been with you this entire time, hasn't noticed anything. And he looks over at McGee. Who the hell is this?
Gung's over there working out.
One that concerns you.
When did he come? He could be with the Esmus Consortium right now.
He's been here the whole time.
Yes.
I
You
would have
just haven't
noticed him.
noticed me. No, you haven't.
You interacted with him several times.
I did not. I don't remember.
Everyone looks at him like he's crazy. Like,
Clearly, your
He's-
memory must be playing tricks on you. You should get that checked out.
yeah,
So who all
that's
is
a very
within
good generic answer. Yeah.
who all is within earshot of this conversation?
All the students are just looking at you going back and forth now because basically the teachers are fighting.
I think Harris, aware of all these eyes on him, is just kind of like he's trying to be composed, but he's just like visibly agitated, trying not to get pissed. It's just very difficult, trying not to set himself on fire.
At this point, Professor OT is going to come forward and say, "That's enough. That's enough. We're all very agitated right now. I want you all to go to your travel companions. I want you all to relax. Do your meditation exercises. The speakers have enough on their plates as it is." And then he looks over to you and just basically says very, very briefly, very quietly, perhaps you should have these sort of conversations in private next time.
A very good idea, actually.
Oh, I gotta make a phone call for work. Be back.
Grung call.
Hmm.
Oh, we might lose him because he'll have to do like special repair.
Catch the
Special
plane
top
today.
secret activity.
Final plane returning.
Yeah.
So, no.
Don't worry, sir. We're gonna finish up and then we'll let you go. But yeah, Harros, it seems Ignacy knows something, and he's seen some documents. He has confronted you in front of everyone. You see him as a threat, or do you just see him as an annoyance now?
More an annoyance than a threat, but not like I don't, he's not like a adversarial annoyance. It's more like an oh god, I'm going to have to explain this, but I don't want to do it in front of everyone.
Well, it's going to come
All
to a
right.
head. Yep.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
So I think Harris would kind of direct Ignacy somewhere that's not anywhere near the students, or have all
Yeah.
the students kind of dispersed at this point?
They've dispersed. They've all gone, and they're traveling along, doing their meditation exercises as Assistant Professor OT has instructed. But if you need like to have a private conversation or want, you can do so over to the side as you travel, or you can wait until they make camp.
This might be best done as we travel. Then.
Okay. If you do approach him, though, he will be sure to have Victoria there to discuss as well.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. Huh. All right. Oh, this is going to be a long story.
Well, begin at the point at which you felt it best to portray the school as well as the people who are closest to you. Because that's what it feels like right now.
Oh. Harris's expression does kind of like harden a little bit at the accusation. When I made these decisions, I didn't have. Let's be honest. I had no obligation to the school whatsoever when I made these decisions. If we want to be technical, I wasn't even enrolled when it happened.
I suppose that's fair. You did drop out at the time.
I was doing what I thought needed to be done for my own survival. Clearly, that's not the case anymore.
I think it is. I think your mother is crazy. I think she's controlling.
Oh, no, yes, she is. We absolutely agree on that.
And we accepted money from her because of the tree. We have an obligation to...
I can honestly say I was not a part of that decision.
There seem to be a lot of decisions going around that we should all have a say in. We should perhaps communicate better.
Well, in Disco's defense, he doesn't have my perspective on my mother or the Aspis Corporation in general. So I can see how he might believe that offer was a benign one. I, however, know that everything with my mother comes with a cost.
Okay, we're making progress here at least. Okay, tell me why there's so much fear surrounding her. Just tell me why. Tell me honestly if you're going to oppose her, so I know which side to be on.
Honestly, yes. Although,
Okay.
let's be clear. It's not necessarily for any altruistic reasons. I perhaps I should be clear about what she intends to do to me specifically.
This doesn't have to do with the
Apparently-
milking, does it?
Can we not call it that? I suppose technically that's what it is.
So this is how
Let's
she makes
not
magical
use it.
items.
Oh no, that's well, it may be one method that she
Back.
uses. Oop, welcome back.
What's the verdict, sir? Do you still have time, or are we good?
I mean, I gotta leave in like 30.
All right, 30 is more than enough time.
Hmm.
So, Grung,
Yep, I just had a lot of coordination. First time I've ever called a plane in the air.
oh my god, what seems to be wrong? Well, we seem to be descending at a rapid rate. Oh, don't do that. Pull up on the stick. The fuel
Oh,
gauge
no, we
says
stalled.
empty.
It's fine. What about Grung? Oh,
Grung, Harros has openly said that he wishes to oppose his mother, which is one of the 3 contributors to this research project.
but we took our money. Not that I care.
Oh my god. This isn't cryptocurrency. You're actually being funded by this woman.
Yes, but what a contract.
The verbal contract the tree made.
Well, I guess that
Is this what it's going to come down to? Harros is going to leave Disco under the bus?
no. We're just gonna say thank you for your donation. It was a donation. No other terms. Well, Grung will find a way, even though he shouldn't be the one to find a way, but he does weird stuff sometimes. Grung's gonna be the PR man. Maybe he'll use his muscles to flex his way out of this.
Oh no. McGee, you work
It is.
for a very powerful worldwide corporation. What are your opinions about going up against a powerful worldwide corporation as teachers? How much of a
Hard
chance do
to
you stand?
say. It all depends on how quickly we act.
Have you
The
seen our
years of corporate worlds grind slowly. As such, they're not quick to react.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Because obviously, if something happens, I mean, sure, some people know now, but until it makes its way up all the way the totem pole to the people who can make actual decisions, it's going to take a while. And who knows, maybe luck will have it such that by the time the right people hear it, it'll have warped and changed to something completely different. Maybe they'll think we're on their side still. Communication is hard.
It is. It really is. That's part of the reason why we're having this conversation in the first place. So, we've determined that, it's not going to be an immediate thing. But I think at this point, Harros, since you have made this decision, there needs to be a plan.
Well, there are two very distinct options. One involves setting fire to things, so it's probably a distant plan B. However, uh, hmm, Haros is just manipulative enough that he might. It might be best to try and leverage the Aspis Corporation's reputation with the school against some of the things that they actually become associated with, like putting a bounty out on the teacher, perhaps.
Oh, okay. All right.
Grung wants the biggest bounty on his head.
No, having a bounty is a bad thing.
No, in my culture, it's a sign of respect. He's like, what?
Heroes with the blank stare.
It brings more challenges. You grow stronger from that. Or you die.
Okay, Ignacy's gonna look at Haros and say, like, well, now that I know, I can actually help you now. And maybe Victoria will too, after she's made her decision, whether or not she's going to oppose her mother, now that she knows. It might not be ideal, but thank you for at least telling us now. I feel like we've cleared the air a little.
Listen, this whole asking for help thing is new. For what it's worth, I'm sorry it took so long.
And he doesn't know what to say at this point. He'll just look at you and say, like, it may be some time before I accept the apology, but thank you for giving it. All right. I won't confront you about it again, and I'll work on some other method, but I still need to hear an explanation about why you have a star map and what you intend to do with it.
Right. We'll get to that. This has already been a lot.
Yes, it has. I think that's been enough for one day. Let's all relax, like Assistant Professor OT said. Let's just do our breathing exercises. It's just, thank you all of you for talking to me. This has really calmed me down quite a bit. And then Ignacy will go and rejoin the students, leaving you to your devices.
What are we doing now? I feel like I need a nap after that.
You can't rest until you camp for the night. Are you going to stop them in like the morning and go like, I need nap?
No.
Are you going to cheat? Are you going to hop on the cart with the donkeys and just sleep on top of the equipment?
Sleep on a griffin.
They do make pretty comfy beds, I heard.
Just give them snacks.
Every 15 minutes, like clockwork, they screech out loud. It's an alarm! It's an alarm!
Press the mute button? Is it between the eyes?
It's on the other side. You get the scratch to the chin.
Ah, the underside, I see.
Mm-hmm. 2 knocks on the beak is how you turn them to off.
Ah. Learning.
Mm.
I have an idea of what Harris might want to do. That book, that book we liberated from that necromancer.
Ah, yes. Samshu has it.
Wonder. I think I'm gonna have to ask Stomsky to borrow it.
As long as you give it back, she's willing to lend it to you because she wants to copy the spells into her spell book.
Cool. I think I would want to borrow it for a day and try to learn invisibility.
Ah, yeah. You're going to borrow a spell.
Yes.
Okay. So the DC is going to be 16 for your Arcana. I think you can make that.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll see.
I think you've made that.
Ah,
Yay, learning! Strength of thousands.
Yeah.
ooh.
You hear Anksharoot in
Math.
the background.
I would do a medicine, but I don't know how. I'm not trained.
You just see Disco with like the loading screen on, going like downloading new information. Update?
I turn him upside down.
No. It just walks
Oh,
on.
I'll put him on a griffin too.
Okay.
Oh. Nice and comfy.
Oh god. I hope Tony feels better. He probably got the COVID.
The COVID got him.
Yes.
I just had my bout of that last week. Was not fun.
No, it wasn't. Oh god.
And I infected 4 more people, apparently.
Ooh, you're a
Yeah.
spreader.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like sharing things.
What?
I mean, hey, I heard it's rude to keep things for yourself, right?
True. Those people just had weak immune systems. You're toughening them up.
Giving them immunity.
Rub some dirt in it.
Thankfully, none of your students or you are sick because you've taken precautions against malaria.
And super tetanus. Can't have that.
Super tetanus does not exist in Pathfinder. That was an
That's because
extremely
they haven't found it.
that was an extremely broken thing for one module in D&D because Gary Gygax hated his players succeeding at anything.
Oh, no.
You hand me your character sheet. To shreds, you say.
Like your marriage, Mr. Gygax, you say. Alright, so you got about 15 minutes left before Quaid has to leave us. What would you like to discuss? What would you like to do? Are there any students that you would like to talk to?
Well, since the resident medic is currently unavailable, but I have learned some things about medicine through osmosis, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe I could look at Ankarut and her very messed up tongue.
Well, she was told by Disco for 5 days to be on dish duty, and she's been using her tongue, which now has blisters.
Oh no.
Yep.
That does not sound fun, but
It looks like she might have had an allergic reaction to someone's food.
oh, allergic to nuts, you say?
Possible. Why don't you give me a medicine check? We'll find out.
Yes, a medicine check. Oh god, where is that? No. Hold up, I will find this. Medicine, go!
Enchirut is allergic to potatoes.
Wow.
Wait, you're saying Anchor Root is allergic to like a root?
Yeah.
Oh,
Allergic to root vegetable.
Gnolls don't like root vegetables. They typically don't eat them. When you see her eat, she eats out of her little bowls with the kibble. Just like her room.
or whatever she finds on the floor, like the bugs they smashed through, like
That's
the
Disco.
school.
That's Disco Jr. Disco Jr. eats the bugs, not Enchirut.
I remember she saying something about no waste and just started eating one of them bugs.
That is what Disco Jr. did. That was Disco Jr. It was not Enchirut.
Now that we know what she's allergic to, I think I might have some berries that have anti-allergic properties. Could I perhaps lend her one?
Oh yeah. With that medicine check, you can definitely heal her hives.
Yes, then I would do just that.
Yep.
Even
And
though
as her-
hearing her talk like that was quite funny.
So her tongue is still hanging out the side of her mouth, but she can talk regularly now and says like, "Oh, thank you, Lord Speaker McGee. Thank you, teacher."
No problem. I will pet the top of her head a little bit and be like,
Aw.
maybe like wash the dishes with some water first before you lick them.
Yes.
But if it does come back again, just ask me for a little berry and then we'll figure something out.
Oh, so kind. How will I find you?
Ah, yes, that will be difficult. You must look in the place you would expect the normal people to be.
She just looks at your group and says like, "Oh, not many normal people here."
Yes, or just call my name, perhaps. I will hear you and I will come running.
Okay. Several
Holy
sessions down the line, Enchirut is in trouble. McGee, help me! No
and
one comes.
It's gonna be like no. What it is it's gonna be like Shazam, and she's gonna turn into McGee.
Oh yeah, because of the what is it? Yeah, because of the exemplar. Maybe we can turn Enchirut into Shazam here. That actually is a good idea.
She's scary now. No.
We'll see what
she's
we
just
can do.
Generic.
We'll give her a glow up. We'll give her a little glow up. We'll put a broken playtest class on her, and we'll see what happens.
Only
She
good
will
things,
conquer the
surely.
world. Maybe she'll be a benefactor sooner than later.
Well,
Get
she
to
does.
take money.
Actually, Enchirut tells you that her family is a couple weeks away, but they are there and they do have money. They paid for her specifically from another clan. She's not from that clan. She was basically secured by that clan to be their new spirit speaker. because no one in their clan had the ability to do it anymore. And the last spirit speaker died, so they need her. They need her to become a mage.
But they wanted her to have an education.
Well, she needs the education. She's gotta reach out to the spirits. She has to reach out and pull them right out of the bodies now.
Just squeeze them out. Just
Milk them. Milk
the spirit out of their body. One drop at a time. Spirit milker.
Do you see?
I heard they sell spirit milk at the local grocery store now.
Oh God.
We've come full circle.
This is why I love campaigns with so many different people, is because the ideas just loop around back to each other, and it feels like we've told a complete story when we've done nothing.
She milks the spirits out of it.
Yes. All right, I'll work on that during my 4 days off. I'll work on that.
Spirit milking?
Spirit
Okay.
milk!
We're gonna need art of that. Let's get some commissions
Is it
going.
lactose free?
I have the basic subscription to Midjourney. I can do that too. Thank you. I will do that.
If you just put in spirit milker, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The AI goes like, what the hell does this person want? Oh well, generating.
And the prompt and what comes out is just, you're on a watch list now.
I've had that happen.
Oh no.
And it's just like, we're not sure that what you're trying to type in is something that we want to be associated with. We're gonna not generate this.
No. Fun.
I still haven't been able to make the AI cry. Whenever I ask for crying, it shows someone salivating or rain falling.
Crying saliva.
It
Well,
doesn't.
have you
Basically
asked?
the same thing.
Why don't you try asking for saliva rainfall from the eyes?
I did. Friendly and I did. We tried everything. I literally broke Midjourney trying to ask a character to cry. It doesn't understand.
Tell them you want water leaking from the sockets.
Yes, we did that too. Then we got pipes.
With
Have you considered getting like one of the open source art creation models and running them locally?
Yes, I talked to Lou about that specifically. He hasn't gotten back to me about it, but he said like it would be a thing he could do. He is so busy though, and I don't think Zell is at the level he's able to do that yet. But I offered to pay for the Raspberry Pi and for the software in order for them to maintain it, and they're just like, that's going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars just to maintain it. I'm going like, why does it take so much money to maintain software? Just set up the server and let the AI learn, and let it become Skynet or something.
I mean, if it's just setting up something to run locally, I can do that. I have something already here.
All right, I will pay for the hardware.
Every time I hear
hardware is
Skynet
there.
now, I just think of Charlie's music video, fucking the Skynut.
Oh my god. I will take you up on your offer, sir. Oh, let's get something
Yes.
going on that. But Quaid has to go now. So, is there anything? Is there anything? Yeah.
Did he buy stuff?
Yes, he did. I gave him the permission to buy whatever he wanted as though he were back in town.
Yay.
So I'm never going, I want to say this at the DM, I'm never going to steal things from you, like gold and whatnot. I want to make sure that's very clear. You should be very, very concerned when I start giving you things.
Fighter-Man.
Is there... I like the idea about Ancharoot. We're going to do that. I'm going to have that ready for next time. Is there anything else that you would like for next time to have?
Oh, maybe we could do Grong's class. Maybe he teach defense against the physical art there on the road.
I'll start
Because now that people have become a little bit more serious, now people might pay attention more.
Noxolo will definitely be one of the first people up there. She's going to get a glow up as well. We'll start
but first, OT will be a demonstration.
Okay. I can't prepare him any more than he already is. The module says I can't upgrade him at all. He was meant as that first thing for you to compare yourselves to.
For OT.
I will begin cycling the classes again so everyone can have another chance to teach. Hopefully DJ and Tony will be here next week. Tony might not be sick. DJ will have his projects finished. Crow, for certain, I don't think will be here because he's still on TDY.
No, he's done Panamas right now.
Okay.
So his schedule is like a 2-week cycle. So it'll probably be every other week, more than likely.
Oh, that's not that bad. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. So that's good.
And
that's good.
Will be pretty consistent every other week. So.
Yep. It was a short session, but I think it was a good session, especially with all the discussion and everything. And we had some chances for some good things and roleplay. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. I don't want to keep Quaid any longer than he needs.
You're good. I just gotta head in like 15 minutes anyways.
Yep.
The final KC-10 rotator back from deployment, and then that's it. There's no more in the Middle East. There's no
no more Middle East, or there's no more?
There's no more KC-10s in the... No, there's no more in the Middle East.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like one of those things where we're just like, well, that's it. Which for us, it's a lot easier because now we can be like, finally, there's so much things that now we can talk about because we don't have to worry. They're all states. But yeah, a lot of people there yesterday. They were throwing beers as people came down the stairs.
It's certainly a better image than the usual never feed you thing.
Huh? No, I don't get food. It's fine.
But you got the beer this time.
Breadwater, yeah.
Breadwater. Okay.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
No, Breadwater. That's what beer is.
I suppose so.
Yeast, sugar, ferments into alcohol, but there's no flour, so just beer.
I've never heard it called that. Alrighty, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will get to work on my end, and thank you very much.
Yep.